Good evening, welcome back. Okay,
Okay,
I think I'm streaming now, so I will just share
okay.
present my screen in the beginning. So this was where we ended the last time. So from what I can see, we did. Um, Let me see the back end. Did someone just join the class? No. Let me go back. All right. So last class we did some mean marks. We've done all this. We did some ifs. We did count ifs and count. So practically the idea of criteria, it's basically conditional adding. The word if is conditional. But when you use the some ifs with plural, it means you are adding based on more than one criteria. Now for our example that we did, for this one, I'm trying to see, this was just some if. I said come to this table and add if the person is from Lagos. That's where I add this one. And we could also do some ifs, which we did in the last class. A some if more than one, which is some ifs, for saying okay, add if the person is from Lagos and this person is a female, or if the person is from Lagos and this person is a male, or from any state at all. So that's practically what we did in the last class. I think that's where we ended. Oh, we also did count ifs. So count if and count ifs. Count if, I'll say okay, count number of people that are in Lagos, it will count them. If singular, one criteria. If I say count ifs, it means it is going to count based on more than one criteria. And so if you watch the last video, you'll see all that discussed there. And I did mention that for this class, we will check on um, VLOOKUP and some other things. But first of all, let me see the assignments I gave and those are submitted. Nancy submitted and Eunice also submitted. So let's see Nancy's own first. Um, okay, I'd like to go to WhatsApp and see the assignment that I gave. Okay, this is it. Hello, Ola. Hello, Ola. Please let me know if you can hear me, Ola. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Oh wow, your voice is just breaking. Just private chat me. Just send message on the private chat. I would see it.
Can't hear
You
you
can't hear
again,
me.
right?
What
Are you
about
still
now?
speaking?
What about now? I could hear you. Your voice was breaking.
Sorry, I was muted. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I can hear you clearly now.
Ah, okay, awesome. So, at what point did you stop hearing me the other time? At what point did you
When
stop
you were
hearing me?
checking when you were checking the assignment.
Okay, when I was checking the assignment on, okay, all right. So I
Yes.
went to check the assignment that I gave from WhatsApp, and I discovered that I asked that they create a personal tracker and use the count if and sum if. So I'm going to see what this person did. So far, I can't see any of the count if or sum if here. This is a simple tracker, and the person used some ordinary sum here. However, the person did add visualization. Let me see the next person's own. This is Nancy's own. So I wish Nancy was here. I would have gotten any info from her, more info if she understood it or not. So I'm looking for it. This is Mark's name. Okay. I don't know, but I'm the one that did not download the correct one, but I also do not. Okay. So let me show exactly what I wanted them to do. Let me use this person's own since she had more. This person has
Someone
male.
said someone is at the backstage.
Oh, okay. Let me check. Okay, it's Mohammed.
Hello?
It's Mohammed. Welcome, Mohammed.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. Welcome. See, okay. So you're in now. Whoever comes in should just do that. All right. So what I actually wanted them to do, I have not seen it. This is min max. So I'm just going to copy or rather cut, and the pasting option. I mm,
Okay, you're working on the assignment.
Yes, I wanted to work on the assignment. I'm looking for that transpose thing. Let me say copy. Ah, yes, I got it now. So I'm going to transpose. Let me
Okay, I get
transpose it.
that.
Okay, now I can. Okay, let me show what I just did so that you understand what I did. You all can see my screen, Abby.
Yes.
There's something called transposing in Excel. That is like I have this now all under same column, right?
Yes.
Under same column, but different um, rows. However, I don't 3 4 5, so I must make sure I have up to like say same 5 space. 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, I have up to 5. So I'll just click on anywhere here, right click. There are two ways of doing this. It's either I right click or I come on it. It will bring different options, right? This one that shows arrow going two ways is the transpose. Once I click on transpose, see how it's pasted it for me. I can now take this one out and delete it if I don't want it anymore. Okay, then this male, female, and others, I'll just cut it and paste it here. Paste it the way it is. So what I want to do now is that under this place, it will calculate total of people that are from Warri and are males. So it's going to be using two sum criteria, which is why we use sum ifs. Let me even see if this person made this into a table. Didn't. Let me do this. I would know. Control T. Okay, there was no table. First of all, I advocated during the last class that one of the best things we can do for ourselves is to make our data into a table. It's always the best thing.
Table.
Yes, always make it into a table because it helps you. This might look small, so whoever is working on it might not think it is anything stressful coming back to the table all the time. However, if you have a collection of data that runs into like almost a million and you have like 50 different sheets, you can't be going from one to one all the time and be looking which one is the correct sheet. All you just need to know is your table name and you can perform all the magic. So I'm going to turn this is Eunice own we are working on. I'm going to turn it into a table. Now I've selected where the table is. I said my table has headers because it does have headers, and I click OK. So it has made it into a table. The minute it makes it into a table, it gives it start assigning names. So since this is the only table existing in this um sheet, it is telling us table one. I don't want it table one. What am I going to call it now? Let me call it Eunice. Let me just call it Eunice. Okay, I've called it Eunice. So I have named this table now Eunice, and I'm seeing something showing error, and I'm wondering why there's error. Okay, I know why there's error. She actually did what do they call it here? She did when you put drop down data validation here. However, remember that the data validation was here and I deleted it. That's why it's showing that sign of there's an error, which means the data validation are missing. So it doesn't have them anymore. I don't want to, so I'm just going to copy this one back again. Copy. I don't even know where it was. I am going to paste as a transpose data here like this. Good. Then I will come back here, select it, come to data, redo the data validation again. I will redo the data validation again as least, because as you can see nothing is on this cell. So I'm going to come here and select this, and then I'll say okay. Notice immediately I did that, all those error signs left, because now it has its data validation. So you can select your option. All right. Okay, having done that, I'm going to come here and start doing some ifs. So I'll say equals to some ifs. Now it says, where is your sum range? Which means where are you going to get your range from? There are different ways of doing this. Because this is a small table, I can just come here and select everything here and say, oh, that's my sum range. Oh, it will take it, because that's actually my sum range. However, I am discouraging the use of that. Always use your table. Remember, my table name is Eunice. The minute I type EU, it is going to show me Eunice. Now, when I click Eunice, what it has done is range, not the. Please, if anybody gets into the class, you let me know so I can let them in. And if anyone gets in and you can hear me, simply type in the chat box that you are at the backstage and they will let me know. Okay. So Eunice, right? It has selected the entire table. I don't want the entire table. The sum ifs does not want the entire table. It wants only the sum range. So remember that I made this into a table and I said all the columns or my data set has headers. So the header I need is this weekly transport fee. As long as I have called Eunice, I will use this square bracket. No, that's a brace. I will use this square bracket. Once I open this square bracket, immediately I'm going to see all the table headers. You can see it: serial number, name, gender, gender, state of residence, state of residence, weekly transport fare. What I need is weekly transport fare. So I'll take weekly transport fare and then I will close the bracket. After closing it, I'll put a comma. All right. It's not asking me for criteria range 1. Remember that because it is some ifs, plural, it automatically knows that you're going to be giving it more than one criteria range. So the next criteria range, or rather the first criteria range I want to give it is based on place. So again, I'm going to call on units. I want to work everything on units. I want to work everything on units only. When I select units, I am going to open the square bracket again, and this time I will select state of residence, and I will close the square bracket and put a comma. When I put a comma, it says, okay, you've given me a criteria range. Now, where is your criteria? My criteria here is worry, so I'll select the worry that I have on top here. Then I'll put a comma. Excel says, okay, I have gotten this. Now, what is your second criteria? My second criteria is gender. And when I call on units, I open square bracket, select gender, close square bracket, put a comma and tell it, look for this gender, male, for me. And once I do that, I will close my bracket and click on enter. Okay, what did I do? Blah, 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 units, weekly transport. Hmm. How did I select this one? How it's supposed to work? Do we not have? We have no. Some range, criteria range, comma, criteria, criteria range, criteria, and enter. What happened? Why isn't it working? What is mm, network keep you out?
Seriously.
It's like yeah sometimes. Okay, what happened here? Some ifs, some range,
Weekly transport.
criteria range one, state of residence, and this is the criteria worry. Criteria range two, gender, and this is the criteria. And I said enter. And why is it showing zero?
Mm.
We
Check,
have
is
male.
the page having any email?
Yeah, it has
The
male.
state, yeah, maybe you use gender as your first criteria. Let's see.
Okay. Hmm. Let's see that. Gender. So I'm going to change this to gender and then change this to state of origin and then change the and say okay. So let's see. We don't have females in worry. There's a female in worry. So why is this not working for the female?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Let's see how this is going to go. Copy cells. There's actually something. Let me see if I can remember that thing. I want to lock a part and allow some other parts to move. Mm, I want to lock in gender. What is gender? Oh my god.
Sorry.
Shift F4. Let me see. Is it Shift F4 or is it Shift F3? F3. Mm, mm-hmm. It moved now. So why is it not showing? Units weekly transport, gender F8, state of origin. State of origin, which is this.
There's a money to come.
The money should come sharp, sharp. It should come sharp, sharp. Oh. Weekly gender F8. Okay. Unit state of origin G6. Okay. Then this. Do we have any others? Okay. Now let's see whether this would carry. It doesn't. Let's see. Um, State of residence is it's moved. Let's see. State of residence it's moved. And this thing changed. Why did it change? Let's see if I can move this one.
Still the same thing.
It is changed. Something is changing. It is switching something. Okay, I found what is switching. This is what it is switching. The first thing that's supposed to be here is weekly transport. That's what it asks you for. Like after some ifs.
Okay, yes, it's supposed to be next.
Yes. But it changes it. Then it's now changing it to serial number. And this should be um gender, right? I think we did gender
Yeah.
first.
Maybe it's because you lock it.
But I've not locked it. Oh,
Oh, okay.
I was trying to lock it, but it didn't lock. Comma. Then state of residence. I then picked just let's see. I will have to type this thing one after the other. I don't want to type it. So instead, I'll cancel all these ones out. Delete. I will do this. I'll come here and put data validation
Okay.
of list. Then I'll select all this
Yes.
and say okay. Okay. So that if I change it, it will be changing.
Oh,
You see, this is better. Aha.
yes.
So this is way better. Is anyone at the background that I can't see? Yes, Faith is at the background. Welcome, Faith.
Okay, good evening.
Good evening.
Hey, Gina.
Good evening.
Okay.
Okay, so that's it. All right. So this one is better. So this is some ifs because it is using this and this. Then the next thing I said was I wanted them to do count if. So I'll do count if and I'll do count ifs here. So here I want to do count ifs. I'll do equals to count value one. Um, then count males, comma in. Oh, I did count. Count if. I was not seeing. I was even wondering why was I not seeing the
Range and the rest. My mom was not even
range.
there.
I was wondering that why am I not seeing the range now? So Eunice is my range.
Criteria.
And I want it to count meals. You see, that's the beautiful thing about this thing. It is very easy for you to know that something is wrong with it once you have your. So you can see now I have aha, and that's correct. 3 plus 5 plus 1 is 9, and there are nine entries here. Now for count ifs, I want it to count based on males in Lagos. So I will do equals to. It's just like the sum ifs, same thing. Count
Same
ifs.
thing.
Now criteria range one,
Yes.
Eunice check Eunice gender for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've gone to put
Comma.
and this is male. Then for criteria range 2, put units, and I want state of origin and use from here. So now all I have to do for this one, I don't even need to work much or make any. Okay, I think I want to make it like this too, sha. I'll just be changing this and see if it works. It has not worked yet
No.
because let me see this one. Count ifs units
In them.
state of residence G7 G6 enter. Copy from oh Control Z, not copy formula from above, leave it. Let's see whether it will work here. Didn't does Lagos have any order? I want to be sure first. Does Lagos have order? It doesn't. Let me see if I change this if it's going to affect.
No other.
It has not affected the order.
Zero.
Mm, it has taken this, but it keeps going to G7. Okay, so with this now, I know that we have two females in Jos. We have no
Just
male, we have no order. So that's for count ifs. All right. Um,
5 females in Lagos.
yes.
3 men.
So that's what count ifs and what's it called? Some ifs can do for you. If you have a lot of data and you just want to know how many people, let's assume you are working with a sales data that has different states or different localities and you want to find out which one has made you the most money, you can use this and it's all good to go. Now the next one I would want us to look at, Ola is at backstage. Welcome, Ola. It's VLOOKUP. Where's my class? Okay. I
If you
actually
look
wrote
up,
some things here, but before VLOOKUP, let's do more of cleaning. For some of you that have done cleaning before, it's like a revision class. But those that have not done cleaning before, let's quickly run through them so that we know we are done. All right. Now, the first cleaning we are going to quickly work on is the trim function. Now, trim function simply removes extra spaces between words. Aha, it removes extra spaces. If you look at this, the rock, you would notice there's like, a lot of space, this. And not only that, you would notice that the wordings, this B bar is all capital letter, the Justina is all small letter. That is not proper. In English, we learnt about proper nouns that says that names of people, the first letter of the names of people should be written as capital letters.
definitely.
So that's what we're doing. Like I think this one shows it better. Excuse me. Between the goat and the wheeze, you see there's a lot of space here. So I'm quickly going to take this out, and we can do this one. So the trim is just equals to trim. Now, if I click on this, it says it removes all spaces from a text string except for single spaces between words. That's what it does. So if I select it, I would give it this and just close the bracket and say enter, and it's done. Okay. For this one, I think I will take this one out. So I'll take this one out. Now for this one, apart from the trim you're doing, we also need to do proper. In other words, I
Proper.
want this THE to just have capital letters, and then the HE should be small. And then for rock, I want only the first letter to be capital and the others to be small letters. So you do equals to trim, then And when you select it, this bracket opens. You now mix and
Oh,
match. That's one beautiful thing about Excel. You can mix more than one function at the same time. So now I want to mix two proper. I'm going to do something after doing this. Now, see, proper converts a text string to proper case. First letter in each word to uppercase and other letters to small letters. So I'm going to do this and I'll select this now. Please note something. You see, when I opened the first bracket, it showed black. The second bracket is showing another color. So, which means I have to close all the brackets that I opened. If I put first one, it will close the last one that I opened. And then I put a second one. Now it's showing black and I click on enter. Now, that has cleaned that for me. I think all I have to do is drag this down and it will apply the formula to everything on the other side. But here I want to try something else. Let's say do not be worried about at trying all these functions in Excel. What's the worst that can happen? It will not work. You've known that it does not work. You go over it again and then start it. Even me that's been doing this thing, sometimes I'm doing that, I'm like, oh, okay, it's not working like that. Let me try another thing and so on. So this time I'm going to use proper before I use stream, and I'm going to see if it will work. Oh wow, it worked. So this is one of
damn, and
those.
we've not tried.
Exactly. You see, I too have never tried. I just felt like trim has to come first because in some functions when you are mixing them, some has to come first
Before the
exactly
other.
before the other. Okay, some has to come first. But for trim and proper, obviously, anyhow you do them, they will work. I think I'll have to try it
Okay.
on an older
Yeah.
version of Excel because it might just be this 365 that is doing I too know for me now. Currently, it's possible that it's just this 365 that probably has been edited. Somebody could have complained that why can't they all work same way? Who knows? I'll have to try that out. If anybody has an older version of Excel, kindly try it and let us know in our group if it actually worked for you like that. So it's the same thing here. It has worked. Okay. So that's it for trimming. Then we have removing extra row. Let's me add, I say insert row. Okay, good. Let's assume that sometimes you are working on a data set and that data set just seem to have unnecessary space between your data, just like I have here. Now, you don't want that. You want all those space out. So, right now I'm trying to remember all these small, small things that we did. Select and find. Okay, I think I found it. So, to take out this space or take out all these extra rows that are empty and blank, all you do is look for this your find and select that looks like a binocular or microscope, something like this. Click on it and go to special. When you go to special, you will see blanks. It will by default select notes. Click on blanks and let me hide it. Click on blanks and click OK. You see it has selected all the blanks that you have. And after that, you see this delete here. Click
Am I the only one experiencing this thing out?
The
Our line is breaking, right?
Yes. Since her network is bad.
It will stabilize again.
Ah, since our network is bad.
Hmm.
Hello, can you hear her? Can anybody hear Gina?
No.
Okay. Oh, okay. Network's freaking bad.
Hello. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, we can hear you.
At what point did
Yes.
you stop hearing me?
Welcome back.
I didn't know I
Well,
left. I was just talking and
okay.
I was now waiting.
So, welcome back.
Thank you. At what point did you stop hearing me?
Okay, you merged it. You were trying to remove the space. We stopped sharing from that
Okay.
point.
It worked, self, but I'll have to do what I did again. Let me start sharing again and then do it again. Okay, I was here.
Trying to remove the excess space.
Yes. Okay, I was here. Now it keeps picking this as empty. So what I did was I wanted to show you exactly how it look. I just copied this and added a new control V like this. I just did something like I pasted it. You know, there we have like three different individuals, something that looks like table. And I came here and did this and added the space I wanted. Um insert, insert. What I was saying was sometimes you're working and in between the data, it might not be as much space, it might even be maybe one here, two there. It just makes the work looks very scattered and you don't want it, you want to take it out. So something like this, now you go to find and select. Under find and select, you go to special. It's here. Once you click on it, it's by default we select notes. You select blanks. You want it to look for the blanks and it has selected the blanks for you. Please do not click on delete on your keyboard. This delete here that you can see on your screen, just click on it. You see it has taken it out. Can you see that? Hello, I hope I'm still being heard and network has not taken me out.
Yes.
Okay, okay. So was that clear? What I just did now, so I can move on from there.
Sorry, I was not following this part. I've already missed
Hello, Ola. Hello, Ola. Okay. Mm, okay. So since the class is streaming, I'm going to just continue. Anybody? Okay. Welcome back, Faith. Welcome back, Mohammed. So,
Yeah, network wanted to.
okay,
Thank you.
someone said she can't hear me. Faith. That was Faith. All right. So let's quickly continue. This network is. Oh, Lord have mercy. I don't even know which network I'm going to buy right now. Airtel is not Airtel in MTN is not MTN in. I don't know.
Glow is not glowing.
Like glow is not glowing. No. Okay, so basically I was just walking through some data cleaning techniques. I've touched on trim and proper and removing extra rows was what I was explaining. And
Yeah.
I figured out why this one was not working here was because there's like different tables, so it kept selecting things I should not select. So what I did is I copied it here and added as much space as I wanted.
Okay.
And after adding by inserting, I'm going to take it out now. All I have to do is click anywhere, go to find and select, which you will find on your home tab, and go to special. When it comes out, I said by default no to be selected. So click on blank. Okay. It will select all the blank rows that are around that your data set and click on just this
Okay.
delete you see on your screen. This one you see
Blank.
on this your still on your home tab. Click on it, it will take them out. And voila, they are all gone.
Okay.
As you can see. So that's
Okay.
how you take out extra row. Now I can delete this sheet. I don't need it anymore. I just wanted to use it to show an example. Then we have clean. If you look at this, you'd see that there's like a symbol in front of the paragraph, whatever word that is. You have it in Harriet and some other things. Now, Excel cannot work with this. Same thing as this one. You can see it in between the letters. Excel doesn't work with it. So therefore, we have something we call clean. Clean is simply like filtering. Say you have stones in your rice or your grains mixed together. Is there anybody here that I'm supposed to add? No. So I can go back. Now the clean function is just simple. I've done this, so I'm going to just delete all this again. All right. So all I have to do, like I said from the very first class, to use any Excel function, you start with the equals to
Equals to.
first.
Okay.
So clean, see, it said clean removes all non-printable characters from text. So I say clean and I just select this, close the bracket and enter. It does this for me. So if I do this, it will take me in here. However, let me take this one out. Okay, I'm going to do same here now. Let's say equals to clean, select this, and but my total is not totaling. Nothing is showing there, and that's because I want to do something separate. Notice what happens here. No, I want, okay, let me do it here. 34. I want somewhere that does not have symbol on it. So let me take it. So a place that's not formatted for currency. If you notice, it's my 34. It's leaning towards the right hand side. But all these other numbers are leaning towards the left hand side. And you'll be like, but I have cleaned them. Yes, we have cleaned them by taking out unprintable characters, but Excel is still not seeing them as numbers, as figures, as values. That's the word. As values. Excel is not seeing them as value. Remember how we put together trim and proper? Here we are going to use value and clean. So again, we are going to do equals to, we'll try them both ways and see if they work both ways. So value converts a string text that presents a number into becoming a number. And then I just select this and I click on I click OK. Now it's showing value. Leave it alone. Let's come here and do equals to value and then clean. I'm intentionally selecting them and then text. Boom, boom. Oh, so it worked here. It didn't work here. Here we put the value before clean. Here I put the clean before the value. So which means that this was not a fluke. It means proper and trim are so unique that it doesn't matter whether you put proper before trim or you put trim before proper, it will work. If you combine them anyhow, it will work. But for clean function, if you combine clean and value, it will not work unless value comes first.
Mm.
So I'm going to take this out. So this means I will do equals to value and then call on your clean. Give it its text and simply just close two brackets because I opened two brackets. I opened one before I put clean and I opened one just before I selected the text and click OK. So you see now it has worked. Hello, hello.
Yeah,
Did we get Mohammed? Hello.
I'm
Yes.
here.
Okay. All
Uh,
right. So I can
okay.
continue. I want to be sure. Did you get what I did just now?
No, no, we didn't get it. I didn't get it.
Good evening. Is that Faith? Did you get
Yes.
what I did just now?
No, no, no.
Okay. So all right. So I can move on. I wanted to be sure that you got that. So um for clean and value has to come first. So the two things that has been
Mhm.
performed here is that I've told Excel that, see, I need you to convert this string into
Okay.
numbers. Now if I had told Excel, if I give it only the value like this, I want you to see all the, it is still asking you where is the value. The reason is because it is not clean. There are still
Mm.
unprintable characters. See, I double
Mm.
click on it and you cannot even see that character. That character is not even
Okay.
showing at all. But if I leave there, you will see the character. If I come back, you won't see the character. I leave there, you will see the character. Excel is saying I cannot turn this into a number. this into a number because it doesn't look like a number. It is not a number. There's something wrong with it. So the clean, after making it a value, you're like, okay, make it a value after it has been cleaned. For this, and so for under rows, we've done clean and value, trim and value. This is just a value. I think I already cleaned this one. There's nothing to do here. Let me take this out. It's just a replica of what we did before. Now this one is that it's a function called substitutes. Now, I don't know why it's that election thing that keeps tripping me off. When we have election, after the election, different politicians from different parties will come up with tribunal and say, "Oh, I won. They are cheating me. I am supposed to be the winner of this election. I had more votes than this person." Yes. Now, assuming we were in a country where we're doing electronic voting, that's why if we ever get to the era where we're doing electronic voting, we will need a lot of tech inclined people. You'll be needing a lot of them, like just name it, because there's something they call substitute function. So let's say right now we have Mohammed. Is your name spelled with O or U? It doesn't matter. I have Faith. I have Ola. I have Gina. Okay. Mm, let me put Faith again. Put Faith here again. So I'm going to write Mohammed. Let's say Mohammed and Faith were contest. Let's say the four of us here are contesting election. From what you can see, Faith is leading. Faith has one, two, three votes. Mohammed has one. I have one. Ola has one. However, Faith wants to, what's the word? Faith wants, Ola Mohammed has someone techie, and Mohammed wants to do wayo in this election. So Mohammed will use what they call the Mohammed will use what they call substitute function to replace any. In fact, if you just tell Excel that, see, Excel, anywhere you see Faith, replace it with Mohammed. Now, what I did was, here the function is actually very simple. Equals to substitute. This one is even complicated. So simple one equals to sub. So you see, substitute replaces existing text with new text in a text string. So I'll say substitute. It's asking us which text do you want to substitute. So I'm like, oh, I want you to come here, comma. It says, okay, where is the old text? The old text is faith, right? Comma. Oh, okay. You want to replace old text with what? Replace with, let me see if I can take Mohammed from here and this will work. All right, let's close it and see if this will work. Enter. Oh yeah, oh, have you seen the Faith, have you seen the Wayo now that Mohammed has done?
Let's see what.
Any are you seeing Faith again? Mohammed will just go to tribunal and say, what is this Faith saying? Okay, you know what? I want you people to open the system and check for my name. They will be checking, they will be seeing Mohammed. It will take someone who has this knowledge to say, okay, hold on, let me go to back end and check. All the person has to do is come here and pay. It won't be as easy as this anyways, but there will still be ways. Person will just be like, but I'm seeing that they applied some functions here now. Are you seeing it? So Excel
Yeah.
is actually amazing. Excel is very, very dynamic and amazing. And the owners of Excel are topping the scale every time. Like,
Mm.
I'm just
You're
about starting
updating.
my Python class, and for people that are doing Python, I'm already hearing now that Excel has meshed Python into it. So in Excel, you can do Python coding. Can you imagine? Anyways, all these small, small things are part of the things that make Excel amazing. You
I
get it?
swear.
Now, where would this come in? Let's drop the example of election. Now let's talk about real time, real life. Where this happens is when you do a change of name and you go to the bank and say, oh, please, oh, I want to tell you, it's women are always doing that. Oh, please, I want to tell you that I am now a Mrs. My name has changed. My name is not Faith Bang Bang Bang. My name is Faith Boom Boom Boom. They'll be like, okay, bring this, bring that. You first frustrate your life. You will bring all the documents in Nigeria. When you now bring
Mm.
it, the person that is going to do those changes, it doesn't take the person time. What I've done is what the person does. The person will be like, anywhere you see faith boom boom boom, replace with faith bang
Mm.
bang bang. Simple. The
Yeah.
person give it the command. It goes everywhere and it changes it.
Mm.
So even in anywhere in the world where you are doing a change of name or maybe change of something, it could even be change of age, where your data has been captured in one form and you want to change it to another form. This is what they do. And this is why I keep getting upset when I see how they frustrate people. Someone wants to do something as simple as a change of name or change of local government or change of this, and you will just be frustrating it. All you need is proof now to show that it is a genuine thing. Once you have proof, it doesn't really take time, except maybe they are still doing manual, and that manual, it's it's God that will help us anyways. But you see it's very easy. Now, to do the substitute, I am going to do it again. Let me take this one out. This one was but I like this one. Okay, we are going to do this. How many am I substituting? One, two, three. Okay, I'll delete all this, so that we can do it again. Remember when I was doing this one, I only typed substitute once. Do you know why I typed substitute once?
No.
Any
The
idea?
substitute. The type substitute one to replace the continuous appearance. To
Because
replace
to
one name
substitute
with
with
another.
just one item. Good. Now, assuming maybe as Mohammed is doing his own, Faith too is doing her own. So now, Faith will say anywhere you see Ola, change it to Faith. Now,
Okay.
so let me increase this one and put Ola here and put Faith here and put Ola here, right? Let me drag from here to here. Oh, Control Z. Oh. Why aren't you working now? Okay, when I did it the first time, I did it for, let me look for the formula. Remember I selected only this, so I have to come and select this and do okay. Okay, that's selected now. All right. This is the one I did, right? If you notice now, Mohammed will increase. Now, for this second one I want to do, there will be two different substitutes. Mohammed is still going to bribe so that anywhere they see Faith, they put Mohammed. However, Faith is going to bribe so that anywhere they see Ola, they put Faith. Faith already was like leading, oh, but in this case, since I changed it now, Faith and Ola are like almost head to head. So Faith is like, I don't want Ola to even get up and come and say she wants to challenge me because she's the closest to me. Deal with Ola. So this case, you will do equals to substitute. That's the first one, right? Instead of putting text, because we want to do two substitutes, you will type substitute again for the second time. If you notice, there are two substitutes now, right? So since there are two substitutes, I will still come here and select everything here because this is what I want to do. Then I'll put comma. So it says, what is the first old text you want to change? Remember, I want to change Faith to Mohammed, right? I need to put this in a bracket. I think, let me see if I can remember. Okay, comma. And this time, no, I thought I gave it old text, new text now. Hold on. Delete. Coming up, comma. And select Mohammed, comma. Mm, let's see. Ola. I have done. I was right the first time. Hold on. Delete. This is my text, right? Comma. Old text. Old text is Faith. Replace Faith with Mohammed. Close this bracket, comma. Um, replace Ola, comma, with Faith. I think I can close it now. Have I close all of them? Enter. Ah, it worked. Mhm. I might have to do it again so that you understand what I did. So I'm going to delete this now. Now this one, because I want to do two substitution, I'll do equals to substitute
Substitute.
and then substitute again. If it was three, you want to substitute, you will do substitute, substitute, substitute. If it is five, you will do substitute, 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 substitute. So according to the number of items you want to substitute, that's the number of substitutes that should be opened. So let's get that. So the only time you put in your text after all this, your many numbers of substitutes, is only the first time. So for this one, I will select everything here because that's my text, comma. My old text here is Faith, which I want to do exchange with Mohammed. So comma, my new text is Mohammed, right? Then I will close this bracket. Closing that bracket means everything in this first bracket belongs to the first substitute. Oh. Then I will now continue again. So old text, Ola. Oh, did I leave this place? Sorry. Comma. Old text, anywhere you see Ola, comma, change it to Faith and close and enter. So you see it worked. Now I want to do the same here now for this replace values. For this one, I'm going to do three different substitution. Look at it here. It says substitute, replace 2020 with 2021. That is one, which means I will come here and replace that. Replace 2019 with 2022, and then replace 2018 with 2019. That is the third one. So this one I'll do equals to substitute 1, substitute 2, and substitute for the third time because I want to replace three different things. Now, the text that I want the substitute to work on is all this text. So I'll select everything there, comma. Now, my old text, I will just be looking at this. They say anywhere I see 2020, I should replace it with 2021. So since I did not have it typed anywhere, I'll just write it myself. 2020, comma 2021. Then I will close the first bracket because I am done with the first one. Comma to separate between the second one. Now, second one, they say anywhere I see 2019, I should replace with 2020. So the first thing you write is the one you want to replace 2019 with 2020. Since I am done with the second one, I will close bracket again. Then I'll put a comma for the third time because I'm only doing 3. And for the third one, they say anywhere I see 2018, I should replace with 2019. And I close the bracket. 2018. If you trace it down here, you see 2019. As a matter of fact, anywhere that was carrying 2018 here will automatically carry 2019 there. You see it? Do we get that part, please? So I can
Yes,
move
ma'am.
on. Mohammed and Faith. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
thank you.
So let's move on. Okay, so that's it for that. Then customers age. Okay, I think I want to do customers age. Then after that, this is what you will probably do. Yeah, I think I'll give you this one to do. Customers age. Hmm. Now, when they give you a person's date of birth, like the way it is given here, from a person's date of birth in Excel, you can calculate the person's age. So I'm going to delete this age here that's here. I'll put it out. Now there's a function of getting today's date, which is equals to int today. You say it returns the current date formatted as a date. And just close this and enter. And this is today's date, right? Now there's another one I could do. I would say equals to in now. No, I don't think equals to int now. I think it's equals to now, not int now. But anyways, let's see how this comes out. Oh, it came out with so many things, but I want to do equals to now. Okay, so this is the time and the date. This one is time and date. I'll take this one out. So this one gives you your current date and the current time. So why am I putting this int today is for you to see that this int today will actually capture today's date in the format that it is written or seen in your computer. Okay. And if we are going to be calculating a person's age, usually, if we want to use our paper and biro, if they say, oh, this person was born in 1925 and the person died in 2022, how old was the person when he died? If I remember correctly, all I do is we will do 19. We will do 2023 minus um 1925. I'm not
Yes.
mistaken, this is how we used to calculate people's date. We will just do
Yeah.
this equals to this minus this, enter. So the person died at the age of 98. However, I don't even need to bother. Knowing that this person was born here, Excel has a function where you do equals to int
Yeah.
today. Remember that equals to int today automatically captures today's date.
Mhm.
Now I will now do minus this cell here that has the person's date of birth, 1925. You close it. Now if you subtract this, it is going to give you a lot of number. You know why? It is going to subtract and give you a number of days. So if you want it in years, remember that on the average we say 365 days make 1 year. So this is in a bracket because you want it to solve it first. It must first subtract before you now do divided by 365. And have I closed all the brackets? I don't know. I think I have. Okay. Int today minus 114. Okay. Well, no problem. The only issue it's having currently is that I'm asking it to subtract today's date, which is in this format of day, month, and year, from something that I gave it only year. That's why it's having this issue. Now that we have this one, I'm going to try that again. Equals to int today, close it, minus this, close the bracket, and divide by okay, 365. Something is no right. What have I done? Oh, it was int today minus this. Hmm. Today minus this. Supposed to work. Uh, divide by 365. Hold on. You have work. Yeah, not working. Int today minus this, and whatever you get, you divide it by 365. Forward, please. Forward, please. Backward. It's the same thing I did here now. So what did I do different? Int today equals to int, same thing I did. Integer today It's the same thing. I didn't even do. Okay, no problemo. Today minus this, close the bracket, divided by 365, close this bracket, enter. Ah, okay, what is now happening before that? This one was not working. I'm going to take it out and do it here because the same thing I did. I don't know why it wasn't working that time. Mm-mm-mm. Let me see if people are there. Okay, only Faith is here, but it's fine. So I'm going to try it again. So what I did was equals to integer today. But you close this like what I did the first time. And then you say that means today, then you minus this birth date, close the bracket. After minusing, you divide by 365 and you close the bracket and you press enter. It worked. So why was it giving me something different? Now all I do is just drag here, and yes, so that's how it captures the dates. Good. Okay, so that's fine. I think I'm going to give this. I had all these two that we're going to do, but I'm going to give this assessment, which now ideally this is what I want to see when you are done working with this data. It should now look like this, right? It should now look like this. See, average, we've done average before in our first class and everything. So yours should look like the way mine is. So when you watch the video, this is how yours should look like, and you know you've gotten it. This is going to be your assignment. But when I give it to you, I will basically empty everything that is here. Okay, and that's it. Miss Faith, any question?
What are you? Decline, decline. Oh, God.
Hello, class. So
Hello?
if you're okay, so that I can get the hello, Faith, are you talking to me? Hello.
Hello?
Okay, I can barely hear you. Maybe you send whatever you want to say in the chat. So I'm going to end the stream now so I can send the link and
Mhm.
also send the class task. And I'll see if I'm chanced to set another class within the week. I don't know. I don't want to promise yet because I believe we're a little bit back. But I think we're still on track. We're doing good. We've done, for example, today we've visited a lot of cleaning techniques, and that's amazing. So yeah, we'll continue later in our group. So bye for today.